Cold Chisel. This band was recommended to me by my buddy Dave in Brisbane. Again, never heard these songs before. I'm going in completely cold, so to speak. So let's check out Rising Sun by Cold Chisel. I got the whole band. Oh, this is some serious fucking cool blues here. Shit. Okay, I really hate to pause this because this is awesome. This is totally different than When the War is Over, which was a cool song in its own right, but totally different. This song really reminds me of Bullfrog Blues, as performed by Rory Gallagher, in a rock bluesy kind of way. I'm really digging this. This is cool. I love the full band. I love the saxophone. That's something that's been out of style since the 80s. Let's jump back in here. These guys are awesome. Wow, they're bringing every piece of rock and roll into this one. Look at that guitar. It's got a big speaker. Looks like you got a lot of different generations in there. Wow. Okay, so yeah, that was totally different than the first Cold Chisel song that I saw. That was really, really awesome. That really reminded me of Rory Gallagher, Bullfrog Blues. If you haven't seen that and you dig this, go and check it out. If you don't know who Rory Gallagher is, he's another one of those musicians that not so much from a national perspective, but just a musical perspective. I don't think he ever released a single, and that's why he never got any radio time. But if you asked any musicians at the time, they'd all know who he was. Like he was really respected by people like like the band and Jimmy Page and people like that really had a lot of respect for him. And this again, I think that this band, this Australian band, I know they have a song about the American recording industry and how they basically told them to piss off, and just remained, iconic in Australia. There's a band here in Canada, like I said, that's very similar. I'll do a video on them sometime in the future. But yeah, that's really cool. It's always neat when you can find music that resonates with you, that you've never heard before, that's been around your whole life. But it's just, I don't know how well known they are outside of Australia because I've never ever heard of them. But now that anytime I mention it to any friend I have in Australia, they're all like, these guys are a staple of Australian history. These guys are a part of the culture here. So that was really cool. So thanks, Dave, for introducing me to this band. And yeah, if any of you have any Australian music that you'd like me to check out, and I listen to every kind of music. There's only two kinds of music: good music and bad music. I'm preferable to rock and roll, but I'll check anything out. So if you have any music that you think I might dig, send it my way. And I got one more Cold Chisel song that I'm going to do probably next week, and I think it's called Bow River, and I'm going to check that one out. So as always, may you all find water and shade. I love you all, and I will see you on the next one.
Over the decades, it's been a wild ride at times for the band and its audiences.
Cold Chisel, a legend.
Too wild thing, I think of love. I wanna know for sure. Say, come on, give me your love, baby. Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, wild thing. Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, wild thing. Roll, roll, roll,
Cold Chisel. I thought, oh my God, what a dreadful name. He convinced me to go down to see this band, and it went through my head, this could be the Motherlode. But I think they had the potential for worldwide, and they've just spent their life on the road.
We're just a heavy rock band with different influences. Yes.
We built our crowd from live performance, and our audience became very loyal.
I mean, the band were working class kids. They were wild, they were unpredictable as such, but the audience loved them because I think they saw themselves up there.
Listen out to the window. Listen out to the rain.
They've lasted because of the quality of their songwriting, their musicianship, and they're a quintessential Australian band who tell Australian stories.
The first thing you know, I'll be back on Bow River again.
The Tragically Hip were more than a rock and roll band. Right from the beginning to those final moments on the stage, there was something magic there.
Ireland will have U2, the UK will have the Beatles, and Canada will have the Tragically Hip.
They shot a movie once in your hometown. Everybody was in it from miles around. Out at the speedway, everything. Well, I ain't no movie star, hipping and anything. Yeah, I can get behind anything.
I remember watching them going, holy fuck, these guys are from Canada and they're so good.
Having the biggest band in the country singing songs and telling stories about us.
That summer, he was on a fishing trip. The last goal he ever scored. One beliefs the cup.
If any of us were in another band, I don't think we'd be able to do it because we wouldn't be in another band with our friends.
Ain't got no picture postcards, ain't got no souvenirs. My baby, she don't know me when I'm thinking about those years.
They made it cool to be Canadian. I feel silly being sort of emotional about it.
Multiple generations of Canadians decided that the Tragically Hip were our band.
They will define for generations to come the music that exemplifies this country.
They say, why do you write so many songs that are indigenous to the area from which you come? I guess it's because that's where we're from.